Synchronizing your Medesk calendar with your own digital calendars is very straightforward. All it requires is adding a special link to your calendar. So what we're going to look at today is an existing appointment here that we can see is at 5 p.m. On the 6th of September here for the midwife under the name of Jane Doe. And what we're going to do is we're going to have a look here. We can see obviously the appointment is all booked properly in Medesk. It's all ready to use. What we're going to do is we are going to go and locate the link I've just mentioned for the syncing process for the calendars. And what we'll do is we'll go into our settings. We'll go to our list of Medesk users on this given account here. And we're going to go and look for Mrs. Jane Doe, who's here. And what we're going to do is we're going to go into the role settings and we're going to have a look at the particular settings relating to the calendar for this given job title. And you can see here how it says sync to external calendar. So you can use this with just about any digital calendar, whether it's Google Calendar, iCal, Microsoft Outlook, and so on. And the ways that you add the calendars from Medesk to the digital external calendar of your choice depends on which calendar you're using. I'm going to show you how it works with Google Calendar, but it is rather similar for all, in fact. You'll see that a link is generated here. Now we have two choices. We can either just copy the link directly and then attach it to the calendar in this case, Google Calendar, or we can actually open up this web address here and it creates a calendar file. Either way, straightforward, really. It's more or less the same process in both cases. What we're going to do, I'm going to go to my calendar here. We're going to scroll down a little bit. We can see other calendars here. There's a plus button. We click that to add a new one, and we say from URL. Now, this is for the link I've just mentioned and shown you. If you do choose to download the content of the link, you can use the import button instead and just pick that file. We'll start by looking at the URL or the web address, in other words, and what you do is you paste that in here like this. You can choose whether or not you want other people to see it. So if you've got, for example, admin team members who would need to see your events outside of the workplace directly, that's possible to do. If you don't want that to be the case, you just make sure you leave that out and don't share your calendar with anyone. So we add the calendar, and what it will do is it will synchronize whatever's on your calendar already. So in the future and also the past 3 months. And what it will do then is once you're happy with that, you can actually go back to your calendar and have a look. And it will actually synchronize. So you can see here, you've got, just zoom in a little bit for you, and you can see how it's a confirmed appointment, in-person visit, 5 p.m. at this particular address, which obviously would be your clinic branch. You can open that up and you'll see a bit more information. So you can see straight away how long the appointment is as a whole. You can see the status of the appointment, the location, the actual address of that location, which you can click on and use Google Maps for if you really needed to. Maybe especially of interest if you are working in multiple places and you're not yet familiar with those. And also what you've got here is a link to the exact patient record that you need. And the way this works is it's actually, of course, anonymized. You have no idea of knowing who the patient is here. That's for very good reason. It's because if anyone's looking over your shoulder, anyone sees this calendar outside of Medesk, there's no way they can guess who that person is and breach confidentiality. If we click on this link, what happens is it opens a new tab, takes you to Medesk, and what it will do is it will first ask you to log back in, of course, and once you've proven who you are by doing that, it will take you immediately to the patient record. As follows. So it will load the exact patient record we're interested in, and you can see here it's Miss Christine White. And we can, of course, proceed with the appointment. If you look down here somewhere, there will be actually this appointment that we booked, which is here, in fact. It's just a dummy patient, so we can see lots. But it is this one indeed. So yeah, that's really how it works in terms of calendar synchronization. If you want to have a quick look at the way that we would add a file, please keep watching. Otherwise, that's all you need to know. So for those of you who want to add a file as opposed to the link directly, you'd use that link, download the file, and then when you go here to add a calendar, you choose import, And what you do there is you select a file from your computer, you obviously choose that calendar file, and then you use the import button in the same fashion. It just depends on what you prefer. There's really functionally no difference. It's not like quicker in one method or another or anything like that. It's just two ways of doing the same thing depending on personal preference. So yeah, you can use your external calendars to see everything that's going on in Medesk and plan your life in and outside of the clinic accordingly. That's all for today. We release new videos every week. Hit that subscribe button to learn how to grow your practice faster.